Hello, all the students of higher secondary second year arts having economics. Myself Aurobindo Kherkatarim, Department of Economics, SS College, Hailakandi, Assam, India. In continuation of our earlier discussion, that is introductory macroeconomics, Group B of Economics, Unit 1 Introduction. Today we are going to discuss on the topics number 1 structure of macroeconomics, number 2 circular flow of income. Now structure of macroeconomics. By structure of macroeconomics we mean different sectors of an economy in which exchange of goods and services between each other takes place and form a circular flow of income. So in an economy there are different sectors, and among these sectors the exchanges of goods and services takes place, and finally they form a circular flow of income. Different sectors of macroeconomy or different sectors of an economy. From national income perspective, the structure of an economy is divided into 5 parts. Number 1, household sector. Number 2, farm or producing or business sector. Number 3, government sector. Number 4, external sector. And number 5, capital or financial sector. So we have 5 sectors under national income perspectives. They are household sectors, farm or producing or business sector, government sector, external sector, capital or financial sector. Number 1, household sector. Household sector consists of various factors like land, labor, capital and organization. It provides services to other sectors to earn income and spend it upon consumption or utilizes it in saving. So household sector consists of the 4 factors of production. They are land, labor, capital and organization. This sector provides services to other sectors to earn income. So they provide services to other sector and they earn income, and they spend it upon consumption or utilizes it in savings. So after earning income, land, labor, capital and organization, they spend this income upon consumption or they utilizes it in savings. So earning can be divided into 2, that is consumption expenditure and savings expenditure. Number 2, business sector. Business sector consists of producers of goods and services in the form of firms and corporations. So these are the producers side. It hires factors to produce goods and services. Business sector hires factors like land, labor, capital and organization supplied by household sector and sell its production to earn income. So after engaging all the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization, whatever is produced, this production will be sold in the market with a purpose to earn income. So this is business sector or producing sector. Number 3, government sector. This sector smoothens and regulates household and business sector. So government sector is that sector which smoothens and regulates household and business sector. Government sector promotes public welfare by collecting taxes and spending it upon public utilities. So by collecting taxes and spending it. Their purpose is to increase the public welfare by spending on public utilities. Number 4, external sector. This sector is engaged in exports and imports of goods and services. So under this we are having international trade. That is why it is known as external sector, which engages in exports and imports of goods and services. Number 5, capital or financial sector. This sector is engaged in promoting saving and investment in the economy through various financial institutions. So capital sector is that sector which is engaged in promoting savings and investment in the economy through various financial institutions. So the financial institutions of an economy promote savings and investment. Now the topic is circular flow of income. After having the structure of an economy, the sector that engage or the sector that we are having in an economy, and now we are having circular flow of income. A continuous flow of production, income and expenditure is known as circular flow of income. So here the word continuous is most important. So a continuous flow of production, income and expenditure is known as circular flow of income. It is circular because it has neither any beginning nor an end. So this is our circular flow of income. What it means? A continuous flow of production, income and expenditure is known as circular flow of income. And it is known as circular flow of income because it has neither any beginning nor any end. So it always continues. So it is continuous flow. Circular flow of income has three main aspects. The circular flow of income has three main aspects. What are these aspects? Number 1, production by coordinating various factors. The production is possible by coordinating various factors of production like land, labor, capital and organization. Income of different factors of production as land, labor, capital and organization. They give services, so for their services they earn. That is why income of different factors of production. Number 3, expenditure of different sectors of an economy. So in an economy, part 1 is production by coordinating various factors. Second one is the income paid or the income earned by the various factors of production, and finally the expenditure side, that is expenditure of different sectors of an economy. So these are the three main aspects in circular flow of income. Basic principles involved in circular flow of income. So what are the principles that involved in the circular flow of income? Basically there are two basic principles. Number 1, in any exchange process, the seller or producer receive the same amount what buyer or consumer spend. So in any exchange process, if the exchange process exists, then the seller or producer receives the same amount what buyer or consumer spend. Whatever the buyers and consumer spend, the seller or producer receives the same amount. Number 2, goods and services flow in one direction. So goods and services flow in one direction, and money payment to acquire this flow in return direction, causing a circular flow. So goods and services flow in one direction, and money payment to acquire this flow in return direction causes a circular flow. Types of circular flow. There are two types of circular flow. One is real flow, another is money flow. So let us explain what is real flow. Real flow. In a simple economy, the flow of factor services from household to farms and corresponding flow of goods and services from farms to household is known as real flow. So in our simple economy, the flow of factor services from household, that means household supply the factor services to whom? To the farms, and the corresponding flow of goods and services from farms to household, and for their factor services there will be flow of goods and services from farms to household is known as real flow. So in the real flow, the exchanges of goods and commodities or services are taking place, which is the examples of our barter system. Assuming a simple two-sector economy, so let us assume simple two-sector economy, that is household and farm sector. So we are taking only two sector, simple two-sector economy, household and farm. We can show real flow with the help of the following chart 1. So in the following chart 1, we are showing the real flow, how real flow takes place. This is shown in our chart number 1. So the chart 1 shows that household provides factor services to farm. From household sectors, the factor services are provided to farms, which in return provide goods and services to them as reward. So as households are providing factor services, the farm sector is providing them goods and services for their service as a reward. Since there is an exchange of goods and services between two sectors, that is household and farms, in physical form without involving money, so in this flow there is no money, only goods and services are flow. Therefore it is known as real flow, as we are having the exchanges of goods and services. For the factor services, it is known as real flow, which is shown in our chart 1. Now let us have the money flow. In a modern two-sector economy, so in the modern economy we are having the uses of money. So money acts as a medium of exchange between goods and factor services. So in a modern two-sector economy we are having again two sector, that is household and farms. Money acts as a medium of exchange between goods and factor services. Earlier in real flow we are having the exchanges of only goods and services. Money flow of income refers to a monetary payment from farms to household for their factor services. So money flow of income refers to the monetary payment. The monetary payment comes from farms to household, as the households are providing factor services in the form of land, labor, capital and organization for their factor services, and in return monetary payment from household to farms against their goods and services. So in the form of money they are getting the reward for their factor services, and the household are making payment in the form of money for purchasing goods and services from farm sector. So here all exchanges are taking place by money, but in real flow all exchanges are taken by only goods and services. There is no uses of money under real flow, but money flow all exchanges are taken place by money. So household sector gets monetary reward for their services in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit from farm. So rent is the reward for land, wages are the reward for labor, interest is the reward for capital and profit is the reward for entrepreneurs or organizers, and spend it for obtaining various types of goods to satisfy their wants. So as they are having reward, so they spend, the household sector, they spend their income for obtaining various types of goods to satisfy their wants. So money acts as a helping agent in such an exchange. So in the modern economy, as all exchanges are taken place by money, so money acts as a helping agent in such an exchange. It is shown through the following chart 2. So how the money flow takes place, this is shown in our next slide, that is chart 2. In chart 2, or the chart 2 shows that money provides a big facilities that helps in exchanging goods of farm sector with the services of household sector. So the chart 2 shows that money provides a big facility that helps in exchanging goods of farm sector with the services of household sector. It removes or it solves the difficulties and inconveniences of barter system. So under barter system we have various difficulties or different difficulties and inconveniences, and these difficulties and inconveniences of barter system have been removed by money. So this is our money flow. So from farm sector, because of the factor services provided by the household, the farm provides rent, wages, interest, profit, which is known as factors income as shown in our chart 2. And the household sector, they have to purchase goods and services for consumption purposes. So there will be again what your spending from household to farm to get their goods to satisfy their wants. So this is known as money flow. So under this money flow, all exchanges are taken by money, or with the help of money all exchanges are taken. So students, with this we end up today's lecture. Thank you all.